What's going on, everybody? This is Chiefs Comments with Kramer. I am Kramer, your host of this lovely program right here on Club Foolish. If you haven't done so, please like this video. Make sure you are subscribed. Turn on notifications because whenever we go live and you don't have notifications on, how would you know that we're live? Turn the notifications on because you won't miss the daily fix. You won't miss premieres of when the Great British Chief shows do come around. Heck, go at BK, you get the notifications on there. Heck, even Beach season, you will get notified every single time. As long as you have to do is turn on the notifications there on YouTube or Twitter or however, because I know for a fact. Oh, sorry, I said Twitter on X because we are welcoming also our X family as they are officially been a part of us for now for what, a week and a half. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it moving. But this is Chiefs Comments with Kramer, and the comments that you have, I will discuss throughout the show. And if you have a comment right now, heck, go ahead and put it in the comment section, whether if you're on X or on Facebook, not Facebook, excuse me, on YouTube. Sorry, there's so many social media platforms out there. And I'm shocked I haven't got a Facebook yet. I mean, I'll talk to Serta on that one so we can get some things going on there. Make sure you subscribe to Club Foolish on whatever platform you do. This show's all for you. All for you. But the thing is, before we get to the stuff that's all for you, we got to get over the injury reports because on Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, 2 days from now, we have a football game. The Kansas City Chiefs will be traveling to the Jacksonville Jaguars, taking on the Jaguars. I assume it's going to be a Chiefs victory. But here's some notes for the game, especially injuries that have happened during training so far. I don't know if some of these guys are going to play. They might, they may not. But yesterday's practice, Nick Bolton, elbow, Jaron Hayek, his shoulder, Chris Jones' shoulder, Kelvin Joseph, hamstring, Kadarius Toney's back, did not practice yesterday. And Bozeman hyperextended his knee during and left early. That was all yesterday. I know Wanya Morris, they thought there was a severe potential injury with him, but he ends up being okay. So we might actually see a little bit of Wanya in Jacksonville on Saturday. That'd be kind of sweet, as I have a cat pulling a cord. Great. Get out of here. Just leave. Leave me. These cords need to be staying on there. That could have been bad. A lot of stuff could have just fell right there. Glad that didn't happen. Also, to note for this upcoming game on Saturday, Coach Reed said that this is per Matt McMullen on X. Coach Reed says that each unit will play a quarter on Saturday against Jacksonville. So the starters will play the first quarter, second quarter, the seconds, the third quarter, and the fourth string clearly in the fourth quarter. So that's how things are going. But you know what we have to do at this point in time? Once we get past the injuries, once we get past a little bit of teasy notes for you, we got to get to
let's get to the comments.
All right, the first comments that we're going to have for today is coming from Ben. Ben says, Patrick Mahomes finally will have enough of Kadarius Toney and unleash a tirade on him. Okay. I don't know if we're going to see Mahomes go out of his way to be like bad-mouthing or anything to one of his one of his current players on the team. I just don't see that happening whatsoever. As he's more of a professional than some people you might believe, but Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. He's the GOAT on so many levels, whether if it is playing football or him acting out in public or even talking to the media. He is one of the best, if not the best, when it comes to that. So I don't think he's going to verbally be outspoken on trying to get rid of some players. I think Mahomes thinks that all the players that he has around him right now are able to help win a Super Bowl. Because, heck, we can all say this. Kadarius Toney helped them win a Super Bowl last year because that's exactly what happened. And you can't just take that away from him because he had a few bad mistakes, mental errors, all of that. I don't see Mahomes leashing a tirade on him because of what he's already done to help this team win a Super Bowl and what he's going to do to help this team even get better. Even when he's not on the field, he's helping them get better during practice, whether if it is him going up against the defense, helping, I guess, shut him down, or heck, who never knows? If Toney, he makes spectacular plays. I mean, they're few and far between when it comes to his age now, but he still makes plays when needed, I guess. Heck, if he was just, things would have been a different story if he was not offsides last year. I think we would see a big, big push of all Chiefs fans being behind him if he just didn't have that mental screw up because we've already were fed up with the drops. We were at least somewhat accustomed to knowing he's going to drop one per game. not him lining off offsides like that. We didn't think that was like being having a false start. Like no one expected that whatsoever. So I think once that did happen last year, that's when the more the sour grapes became even more sour. Like there might be a nice, juicy, good one on that vine still, but that was all completely gone once he was offside in that play. That would have been one of the greatest NFL plays ever happened in time because of how Travis Kelce threw the ball. Which, by the way, if you guys haven't seen some of the training camp, they've been working on some of the pitches. Heck, we even saw Mahomes do a behind the back pass. So a lot of stuff happening when it comes to that. So I don't think Mahomes might get enough of Kadarius Toney, but I don't think he's going to unleash a tirade on him. From Creighton, this is another Toney comment. Toney will be the running back screen guy only, quotes, hopefully. Felix needs to literally show up every time he gets on the field. Okay. I agree with you on that one, that Toney will be a running back screen guy only. He's just going to be a gadget play type of a player, which we've already came to accustomed to seeing him do that kind of role already from the seasons previous. Do I think that the real question on this one would be, is Toney going to make this team? Because I do not think Toney's going to make this team. If Toney makes this team, I will be absolutely shocked. Now going on to Felix, yeah, he 1,000% needs to step up. I hope whenever he's out there, I'm assuming with the twos tomorrow, when he's out there, not tomorrow, but on Saturday, geez, days of the week. It's Thursday right now. You know what? Every 2:30 on Thursdays, Chiefs Comments with Kramer, always happening right here on X and also on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe. But on this upcoming Saturday, I hope we see Felix do amazing Felix things that we saw him do in K-State, because him doing great things in college football seems so long ago. Like, it seems like forever since I watched his tapes and mocking him in the draft that he was taken the 32nd overall, and that's in the first round when it was held here in Kansas City. Since that draft, I haven't seen a highlight of Felix and Duke Zama at all. I don't think anybody has. So I hope he does show up and show out, because he 1,000% needs to, and that's how it's going to make this team even better. By the way, if you haven't done so, feel free to put a Chiefs comment in however you're watching this, whether if it is on X or if it's on YouTube. I will definitely 100% read them, because that's what this show is all about. This one's coming from Jake. Kingsley Suamaitea is listed as a starting left tackle for the first preseason game. Is he the left tackle of the future? I mean, he's not no Eric Fisher. I mean, there's literally some drawbacks on Kingsley. There's basically his hands. His hands are slow. But they are improving from what we've been hearing from camp. We know why Kingsley is going to be the starter for the first game. Who knows? It may switch to Wanya Morris going to be the starter for the second preseason game. Remember, there's only 3 preseason games that we get to watch for here on out until they change it to 2 at some point, because I'm assuming they're going to add an extra week at some point or 2. That's just what the NFL is going to do. They're going to make money. But them having 3 preseason games might be crucial for some players such as Kingsley Suamaitea and also Wanya Morris. Kingsley's going to be playing in the first quarter. Wanya's going to play in the second. I thought there was going to be some sort of split type of, all right, you're going to get 2 quarters, you're going to get 2 quarters. But that actually might be the 3rd preseason game, maybe the 2nd preseason game. We might see more of that. Kingsley might be the future left tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs. Heck, he even might start week 1 as the starting left tackle and also being the future left tackle of this team. I don't think Wanya Morris is the guy. Wanya seems like a perfect swing tackle or swing guard for this team, a very good facilitative role, which that's not going badly against saying he's not going to help perform or help produce. There's 17 games in an 18-week schedule. There's 1 bye week built in. You cannot tell me that every single offensive line, starting from left tackle to going all the way through the guards, all the way to the right tackle, you can't tell me some of those guys are not going to get hurt. Wanya he's already grown accustomed to coming off the bench and help filling. I mean, we saw that last year with him coming off the bench and help filling in a slot and a spot for a needed tackle spot. He's just not the starting caliber guy. I mean, we see it with a lot of NFL players on all the teams in the NFL. There's that one guy that's always there, that is there in a given moment or a pinch if a player gets hurt. That's Wanya Morris. Kingsley Suamaitea is clearly the starting left tackle, but it's not even by question. The size is there. The footwork is there. I think it's better footwork than Wanye. It's just the hands. Maybe Wanye's got better hands. Cool. But if you have the lower half already set and already in full motion when you're going, the sky's the limit for Kingsley. It is. And I hope it sounds like he's going to win this thing outright. We'll just see how he does against Jacksonville in that first quarter, because you got to keep 15 upright. Because you can't keep 15 upright, you can already kiss your starting job basically goodbye before it even starts. This is from Travis. Do you think we see a spread ball around / short pass game like last season? Or do you see a wideout having a breakout year and taking over? If so, who? I would like to see this team, I wouldn't say go more, like, it clearly needs to go two-dimensional, of course. But we don't need to be spreading the ball out anymore, do we? I get all of Andy Reid's play calling. That's all Andy Reid does. It's just this guy's open. I think I can get this guy open. It's maybe Justin Watson, and he hasn't really played since week 1, and say we're in week 15. I think we can get him open this week, and he can probably go absolutely bonkers. I think that's what Andy Reid does. I think he's like, you know what, this might be the week for Justin Watson. Oh, this might be the week for McCole Harbin. Oh, this might be the week for Kadarius Toney. We don't need that anymore. I don't think we need to see that anymore, because you have 3 legitimate wide receivers and 1 tight end that you can just pass focusly on Hollywood Brown, Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy. Those are your 3 wide receivers. And you have Travis Kelce, who is your 4th wide receiver. Well, technically, he's your wide receiver 1. I'm still going to say, even though he's tight end 1, he's still wide receiver 1 in my heart, because that's just what Travis Kelce does. He gets open, he catches the football, and he finds that small spot in the defense, and he's able to basically communicate telepathically with Patrick Mahomes, and they get the job done. I do not need to see Justin Watson on the field that much, unless he's just there to help block, or maybe think that he's going to be the fake guy deep ball dude. I do not need to see Kadarius Toney out on the field, because I feel like we can see a lot more other players that's not named Kadarius Toney out there. I would like to see Nico Remigio on this team. I would like to see. I really don't want to see Sky Moore on this team. I don't think Sky Moore makes this team. We do not need to see Patrick Mahomes complete 10 passes to 10 different players like he's done so many times in his career already. It is time for us to see that one wide receiver to stand out. And if that's wide receiver that's going to stand out is the case, it's Hollywood Brown. He's already shown big spurts, whether it was in Baltimore, whether it was in Arizona, that he can be the guy if needed, if it's a wide receiver. Xavier Worthy would be a fun answer to say here, because I like to say the potential is very high on him. Heck, even Rashee Rice, if he does not somehow get suspended whatsoever, which, by the way, it doesn't sound like this, like how it's moving in the court process, it may sound like he's going to be able to play this entire season. I haven't heard anything or updates come from it, but he might be getting off this scot-free. So Hollywood Brown, if it's a wide receiver I'm picking to be the guy who takes over, it has to be Hollywood Brown. But if it's a receiver in general, it's clearly Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce is going to be the guy, no matter what, who's always going to take over a game. You can never go wrong without Travis Kelce. You just don't. But you got to stop this short game type stuff. It's over. It's time. Put your big boy pants on and just go down the field, march down the field. Just keep the same core out there. Don't need to bring the fresh bodies because of how quick you're going to get down the field, or how long it ever takes, because you can just run the ball with Isaiah Pacheco if you want and just mow through people, because he's going to be a thumper no matter what this season. We already seen the thumping last year, and I think the thumping continues when it comes to Isaiah Pacheco. It's from Cam. This is the last comment, by the way. So if you have any more comments, bring them on in. Keeps coming. If you have a burning Chiefs take, a burning Chiefs question, whether if it's a take you've seen at camp already, if you've gone to camp, if it's a take you want to get off your chest before the game starts on Saturday, the time's to shine now. This is from Cam. What should Hollywood Brown, Rashee Rice, and Xavier Worthy trio nickname be? It's a very good receiving core. It's one of the fastest receiving cores when it comes to Madden. Like, Madden has done very good when it comes to grading these the speed, except for Xavier Worthy needs to be 99 instead of 98. But what would we call this? I got an idea. So Hollywood Brown's number 5 He's 5. Rashee Rice is 4. And Xavier Worthy's 1. Why don't we just call him the perfect 10? That is the perfect 10 wide receiver group. Because, 5 plus 4 plus 1 is 10. 10. I'm a wrestling mark. Ty Dillinger, the perfect 10. That's the trio's name. What other nickname could we possibly make up with this? We could just name it the Flash, and Flash because they're all flashy out there. They're all quick. Can openers because they can take the can, take the top off the lid. Any other ideas? As Travis Matt, popcorn yellow striped smile. Is that? Oh, that's emojis. Yeah, apparently emojis don't come through over here. I'm assuming, but that's Travis. He's the guy that I'm gonna send this in. By the way, so if you have any other way to send stuff in, whether if it's messaging me on DMing me or however, you can obviously clearly do that. By the way, but I'm curious. Is there like a? There's got to be a. They're not the Three Musketeers. I wish there was a fourth because they can all be Ninja Turtles. That'd be sick. I actually love Ninja Turtles. Because the shell, the helmet shell, that's the reason why I'm going with that. Any other clever things? I have no idea. I'm saying the perfect 10 because it's a perfect 10 wide receiver group. But yeah, no, this is a little spicy little episode of Chiefs Comments with Kramer. Yeah, no, this Chiefs Jaguars game's coming up though this Saturday night, 6:00. I'm pretty sure you can watch that at KSHB or however you find your streaming providers. Or if you find your websites that you use that, sometimes you got to. Because if you're in a pinch, it happens. It happens. It's gonna be a fun game. I'll probably watch at least the first quarter. I know I'll figure out how to watch it being at Kaufman that night. And I don't know. I usually just watch one quarter and I'm going to call it quits. But this actually might be very interesting to go back. So I'm definitely DVRing the game, definitely going back into seeing like how the threes, I know it's odd to think, but look at the threes. The 2 and the 3s are your biggest tell of how this game is or how this team's going to be molded and shaped for this upcoming season. Because you're going to see a lot more, I wouldn't say grittiness, but the guys that you don't expect to make, find them that 6 wide receiver spot, or maybe to find them that 5th corner or 6th corner spot on this team. And I hope we find something. I hope we also the running backs. I think we're going to watch the running backs on Saturday. I think we will see who's going to be the clear-cut favorite to being running back number 2. If it's either going to be Clyde Edwards-Helaire or Deneric Prince, I kind of want to see Deneric Prince be the number 2 guy. I kind of want to see him run the football maybe 10, 15 plus times this upcoming. And Isaiah Pacheco, I don't want to see him run that much. I don't really want to see Clyde Edwards-Helaire run that much too. I want to see Reese Zammit at least take a couple of handoffs off back and also maybe get a slot type of catch, possibly. I also want to see a kickoff return for a touchdown. I'm very intrigued when it comes to this new kickoff rule. Being able to see and watching it rather than I didn't watch a single lick of that Hall of Fame game. I'll be completely honest. I watched the clips later on with how the kickoff was, but I'm actually truly excited to see what Dave Tobe has actually drawn out for the Chiefs, especially knowing that there are throwing passes. Didn't I see like a report the other week that McCole Hardman threw an interception? No, Sky Moore threw an interception during a kickoff play. So they're at least practicing with some throwing the ball across the field type plays, maybe finding a hole, because once you find a hole in that box of the new kickoff format, that player's gone. He's 1,000% gone. So it'll be interesting. I'm curious to see how it's going to go out. Do I care if the Chiefs win? Do I care if the Chiefs lose? Clearly not. It's preseason. We already know that there's only one team in the NFL that prides themselves on winning as many preseason games as possible, and that is the Baltimore Ravens. You know what? Baltimore, feel free to win that preseason Super Bowl once again this upcoming, and just make sure you get ready to handle that loss on week 1 of the regular season. That will do it here for Chiefs Comments with Kramer on this Thursday, August 8th. It is August, people. People, it's August. Are you kidding me? What happened in July? You know what? Football's here. Does it matter? Does it truly matter? Football is here this upcoming Saturday. Chiefs take on the Jags. And if you haven't done so, please like this video. Make sure you subscribe. Turn on notifications as well as you can. Go find us on any podcast platform you listen to podcasts. Make sure you subscribe there. Apple Music, Spotify, you name it. We're on all the podcast platforms and the great lineups of shows as well. I know for a fact we're going to have the Daily Fix tomorrow at, I believe, noon. It's usually what happens when time Ron usually comes on. But you realize, I believe, I haven't been confirmed on it yet or not, but I know there'll be a post-game show this upcoming year. Whether it's going to be happening on the preseason week 1, I think it will. But Rocky and Steven Serta will be giving you all the post-game live reactions to the post-game after the Chiefs and Jaguars victory this upcoming Saturday. So make sure you are subscribed for that and turn on notifications if you want to hang out with Rocky and also the GOAT, Steven Serta. That'll do it here for Chiefs Comments with Kramer. Have a good one, everybody.